Hi, I'm Michael Sazin, the Parrot Wizard, and this video is about shopping for parrot supplies at big chain stores like PetSmart, Petco. Now, why would you do that? What kind of stuff do they have? What's good and what's not so good? Let's go inside and take a look. Okay, so let's browse the selection and see what kind of bird supplies they have here. I understand that it's not always possible to find a local bird store that has a good selection of bird supplies, but PetSmarts are available all over the country. So let's take a look at what kind of bird supplies they have and what I would get from them, what I wouldn't. So over here they've got the food, kind of limited selection, but they've got, you know, all the different kinds of Supreme. That's all right. They've got Rowdy Bush. That's also a pretty good diet. Nutriberries, not exactly the healthy feeding, but it makes a nice treat. That's totally okay to get here. They've got some seed mixes. Now, this should not by any means be the staple diet for the bird. This shouldn't be the main food, but hey, you want to do training and you need some treats to do training with? That's great, you know. Well, not the peanuts, avoid the peanuts, but sunflower seeds, the banana chips, and some things like that. You can find a mix that doesn't have peanuts in it. That's a little bit safer. Different sized packages. They've got feeding for smaller birds. They've got seed mixes for budgies and cockatiels. If you can get a budgie to eat pellets in moderation, budgie, cockatiel, that's good. But most of them realistically just will never ever eat the pellets. So they've got these seed mixes that have a little bit of pellet in them, just in case they swallow a few. That'd be great. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, the treat sticks. I really wouldn't use them, but you know, once in a very rare while, just for the heck of it, for fun, that might be all right. But these are some more reasonable treats for the bigger birds. Some nut blends, a little bit of dried fruit. But keep in mind, this isn't for the diet. This is solely for treats from your hand, doing tricks, doing things like that. Got spray millet. That's a great treat to use for the little guys. Budgies, lovebirds, cockatiels, parrotlets, for trick training. That's fantastic. And they have in these nice little packages, so that's convenient. All right, moving on down the aisle, they've got some basic poop cleaners. Generally, soap and water works just fine, but if you want something that smells nice and that's safe to use, that's available. It's good that they have it. Okay, these Happy Huts, I wouldn't use that. They can be quite hazardous for birds. They really don't need them, so I would avoid that. Now, these watering things, they're very plasticky. I wouldn't use a plastic watering system. I definitely want to do something stainless. But luckily, they do offer a bolt-on stainless bowl, so you can use that. Definitely better than plastic for using for water and food. Oh, actually, they've got. Oh, no, that's plastic. I thought that was. It says it's a crock, and it looks like it's a ceramic bowl, but it's actually plastic. Not a fan. All right, now we're getting over to the toys and perches. Not very much. Not thrilled. I wouldn't use most of this, but let's see what's usable here. So dowels, forget that. Not terrible for your bird's feet. Not nice. A little tiny swing, again, dowel, not great. Now, grooming perches are good, but these are the sanding ones. It's like walking on sandpaper. They're really sharp. They're sharp from both sides, so again, not a fan. We would prefer to look somewhere else. Now, these rope perches, on the other hand, these are fine. These are totally good. Main thing is to make sure your bird isn't chewing up the rope too much and making a hazard out of it. That's what you want to watch out for. But as long as you keep them in good condition, these bolt-on rope perches are a great soft alternative to some of the other items. So that's a totally can go with that. They've also got the triangle shape and the boing shape. Totally the same as you'd see at bird stores. They're great. This is also a fantastic toy. Very chewy. And you know, you can use this for the small birds. You can use this for a big bird too, though. If you have a big bird, a gray, even a macaw that's not big on toys, really doesn't want to chew anything, it's soft, it's easy, it's a good way to get them into it. So this is really for any bird that needs something soft to get them into it. So this is a totally reasonable toy. See these at bird stores. No reason that you couldn't get this at PetSmart. They got some ladders. Now, this ladder right here is actually a lot of fun. It is just a dowel, but they're not going to be perching on it all day long. They love snapping the beads off, so that's something you can get. Ladders for the cage or for on your play stand, those are okay. That's a nice ladder with some more natural like barky perches. That's good too. Now for regular perches, they've got the Manzanita. Not a fan. Very, very slippery. Not very nice. If you can't get anything else, one of these is all right. But I do like to see more textured, bumpy stuff. Stuff's very smooth like a dowel. I'm not digging it. They've got a little bit of cage liner papers. They've got this chewy block. That's all right. All right, now for cages, no, totally not. Totally too small. Even the cage that they showed that it's for a budgie or a cockatiel, way too small. However, there is one good side of this, is that, you know, if you need a temp cage, you want to be able to put your bird out on the patio with you. Of course, you know, not unattended. You need a travel cage. You want to take your budgie to the vet, or you need to be able to take them with you somewhere, a cockatiel, some of those small birds. This can be a good, inexpensive deal as a secondary cage, sleeping cage, something like that. But as a primary cage, you're going to want to find something a little bit better than this. Not big enough, and the quality is not quite there. That's not the kind of bird toy I had in mind. Now here's a reason why, as a bird owner, you would totally want to visit a PetSmart, Petco, one of those big chain brand stores, is the carriers. They have these dog carriers. If you have a macaw and you need to be able to transport it, they got carriers for big dogs that are suitable for a bird. Just make sure you install a perch in there. Make sure you personally bolt in a perch into that and zip tie everything securely, because those little monsters know how to get out. And now on the other hand, if you've got a smaller bird, Quaker, Conure, ringneck, cockatiel, Senegal, something like that, they've got the cat carriers. Check the cat department for a smaller carrier. It's more suitable for the little guys. Alright, just went shopping at the PetSmart. Got some birdie treats, some oven-baked cookies for bigger birds and for Kili, just because it says that they're extra tasty just for Senegal parrots. But then again, Senegals love to eat everything. Everything tastes good to them, so I don't think that'll be a problem. So there's some pros and cons to shopping for bird supplies at a big chain store like PetSmart. There's definitely some things you can and totally should get, some things that are not so great. But you know what, in a pinch, if there's nothing else available, nothing around, or you're traveling and you gotta grab some supplies you're forgetting, you could totally get by for a little while by shopping for bird supplies at PetSmart. Now, be sure to participate in this week's Parrot Wizard contest. I have another bag of Supreme Pasta Blend this week. Find all about the Parrot Wizard on the Parrot Wizard website, parrotwizard.com. Learn about Parrot Wizard and find the secret hint to the scavenger hunt contest and submit your entry. This time, once again, I'll do the 5th submission. The 5th valid submission to the contest will be the winner, to give an extra chance to those late participants, people who are catching the video a little bit later, a chance to be a part of the contest. Next week, you'll want to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and enable notifications and watch early, so that you can be first to get the notifications, because sometimes you got to be first to be able to see the video and participate. So thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.